You know, it's funny. Like I've known PJ. He took a visit to Cornell, or he had been up to Cornell a lot, but we had known him since he was young. Like he had came to my house like in high school where I grew up and trained with me. I think he was in like seventh grade. Um, and he had been, I mean, he had already been very good, right? And he's the same age as my younger brother Elijah, and they were pretty tight. So I had just overlapped with him a lot. I know his family pretty well. I would say I'm friends with his family. Um, they're really good people. He's a good kid. He ended up deciding to go to Penn State, which obviously we would have liked to have him. I really like the kid. Um, but I think it kind of clicked because in my mind, it's like, well, this is like Elijah's buddy PJ, and he was very good. But it never really clicked until actually this 2024 trials. He went seniors, he went 70 kilos, and I was like, well, let's see how he does. It's cool. And he took third. I was like, whoa, hold on.
He's really good.
Clearly he's gotten better. And you know, he he's pretty, I think he's cutting weight for 70. I think he's like a decent size, pretty strong, it looks like. And obviously he's young, so you're gonna think he's gonna get better, right? So as soon as he started doing well there, when you talk about, the 2028 Olympic team, right?
Sure.
It's like, well, he's probably gonna be a guy that I might have to beat. Um, and then, the question is like, well, is he ready now? I don't know. He had some pretty competitive matches at U20. It's not pretty competitive, but like he had scrap with the Oklahoma State kid, Robideau, and then he had scrap with Melvin Miller. And then he was going to the senior trials like 2 or 3 weeks later. I'm like, man, it's a tight turnaround. And he won. So that's cool. I wonder what he's going to do. I know the U20 trials are in 2 weeks. He's sitting in the finals there, also at 70. I don't know if making Final X is going to affect him competing there or not. But if not, probably watch him there and see what happens, and then get ready to rock at Final X.
Yeah. How will you go about preparing? I'm sure you familiar with him. Will you watch more film, come up with the game plan? Final X is different than open or trials where it's a tournament.
Yeah, it's a dual meet.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing a dual meet to make the team. With PJ, he's pretty good in upper body ties. He's got a good like 2-on-1 underhook seatbelt kind of series. He kind of wrestles almost like he wrestles judo. You know what I mean? Where he's shooting, but he's always trying to attack the hips or attack your shoulder. So I think with him, right, it's like good shot selection and just being really disciplined. Um, Ironically, a lot of the things I've been working on kind of are relevant in this match specifically, right? Because it's like keep your elbows tight, be a good finisher, wrestle really hard. Let's force him to have to stay in shape and keep up with me for 6 minutes. And there's a weird thing, right, in the United States. Not a weird thing; it's normal, but there's almost a trap, right, with kids like this, where it's like, well, he's only a high schooler, and it's like, but he is 19, and he just beat all the, he of all the other senior level wrestlers that we have available, he beat them, right? So it's like, don't treat him like a high schooler. Don't treat him like a 19-year-old. Don't treat him like a U20. It's like, okay, this is the number 2 guy in America. Um, so I'm going to come in there and wrestle him like my world championship is on the line, because it is, and you can't fall for, oh, he's a kid, right? It's like, I'm going to go in there and wrestle hard, and whatever happens, happens.